Okay, so by now some of you may have heard that there is a crossover going down between the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Naruto. And originally when I first heard about this, I wasn't sure if it was official or not, so I kind of just ignored it. Like, maybe it's just fans making something, putting something together. But no, seemingly it is an actual licensed and authentic crossover that is going down between Naruto and the Ninja Turtles. And I believe it's going to be running for a few issues, and we actually have 6 of the pages from the actual comic right here that we're going to be taking a look at. So we're going to have the first look, in-depth look at the actual comic, and we also got some information about the comic. And now, just being honest, I wasn't the most enthusiastic at first, just because not only did I think it was a fan-made thing, but also on top of that, I wasn't sure how it would technically work with Naruto crossing over with the Ninja Turtles. I guess I just didn't see how it would actually work, but at the same time, they are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Naruto is technically about ninjas from the Hidden Leaf Village. But let's take a look at some of the info that we got before we jump into the 6 pages that we have of the actual comic. And before we continue, if you would hit that subscribe button and that bell, it will update you when there's more stuff in the world of Naruto, anime, and manga in general. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. It says here, IDW Publishing has provided an exclusive first look at 6 preview pages for issue 1 of it and Viz Media's upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4-issue crossover comic series. So it's going to run for 4 issues, and the pre-order deadline is October 7th, although I gotta imagine that they're gonna print up a bunch of these because comic book fans, Ninja Turtle fans, Naruto fans, manga fans, a lot of people are probably running to grab this because this is probably gonna go up in value over the years as one of those crossovers that, you know, just, whoa, you actually own that comic. This is something that personally I would pick up, and especially if you're into it, kind of just treasure it and see the value go sky high. Kim Jacinto drew the artwork for the below variant, which will be a 150 variant, meaning that retailers receive 1 copy of the variant for every 50 copies they order of the inaugural issue. And I ain't gonna lie, that cover looks raw as heck. Caleb Goelna, who did Sonic the Hedgehog, is writing the comic. Henry Prasetya, who did Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, is drawing. Raul Angulo is coloring, and Ed Dukeshire is lettering. George Jimenez and Praseta drew the main cover art for issue number 1, which will ship on November 13th, and they describe the comic crossover as, "It's the coolest ninja matchup you could have ever dreamed of had you dared. The heroes in a half shell meet the host of the nine-tailed fox in the crossover everyone will be talking about. When teenage reporter April O'Neil has a clandestine meeting with Tsunade, the leader of the Hidden Leaf Village, it garners the attention of Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi. They aren't the only ones who are wondering what the 2 women were discussing though. The Sinister Foot clan have their own interest in April's visit, as they think she might hold the valuable information on mutation research being conducted by the scientist Baxter Stockman. With April caught between the forces of the Hidden Leaf Village and the Foot clan, it can't be long before the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show up to lend her a hand." And okay, you know, that pretty much sounds like a way to bring in, you know, and cross over the world. April O'Neil meeting with Tsunade, so right then and there you got to imagine if this is OG Naruto and they're going to meet with Tsunade and she's Hokage, this takes place before obviously Shippuden, but after Tsunade takes over as Hokage, and I believe Sasuke is in it, which we'll see in a second. So I'm imagining that this is also before Sasuke leaves the Hidden Leaf Village, so it's somewhere in that ballpark where you're gonna get classic Team 7, but it's not early in the series of Naruto, and it's not, of course, after the Naruto versus Sasuke battle. So taking a look at the first page that they have previewed, it's showing what I'm imagining maybe is Kakashi's hands, some hands with gloves holding a scroll open, and on the scroll you see Kakashi, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, April O'Neil, and the Statue of Liberty, because I'm imagining that this is going to cross over between the Hidden Leaf Village and New York, because that's where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles takes place, which is kind of a fascinating way to bring the Naruto verse into the real world. Also, I'm not sure if they've done this before in other media, but apparently they've turned April O'Neil into a black woman, which I ain't really mad at it. I know that that's going to be controversial one way or another, whether you love it or hate it. It really is just kind of like hey, the character design looks pretty cool to me, and if the character is written well, I'm not really bothered by it by any means, but I could see why some people may or may not have a gripe with it. But for me personally, I think it's pretty cool. Then the next page we see Sasuke, Naruto, Sakura, Kakashi, and April O'Neil, and it seems as though from that first page that was Kakashi's hands holding the scroll, and Naruto is looking down at, I don't know if it's a turtle that's on its backside. What the heck is going on here? And again, it's just cool to see. It's been so long and we never got those OG Naruto episodes, so to see the old squad together again with April O'Neil on the side, it's kind of crazy. And yeah, that was a turtle, because then you see the panel of Naruto holding the turtle. Sakura looks like she's mad as heck at Naruto, classic stuff there. Then you go a couple panels down and it looks like Naruto fell or Sakura hit him. I'm not exactly sure what went on there, but Naruto's on the ground. Maybe it was a summoning jutsu of sorts that went down, or reverse summoning, I'm not sure. But either way, the art on the characters themselves, I mean, it's not of course Masashi Kishimoto's art by any means, but it still looks pretty cool. And again, it's just dope to see the squad together again. Then on the next page we see Sasuke with April O'Neil. Never thought I'd utter those words. To the right of that we got Naruto, Sakura, and Tsunade, and I think Sakura's thinking about Tsunade, maybe because she's the one that put them on this mission. Going down a little bit we see April O'Neil, and we see, it looks like, I don't know if that's some sort of crime boss. I'm not too familiar with the Ninja Turtles verse. I mean, I know about Shredder and Bebop and Rocksteady and stuff like that, but I'm not sure if those are villains we're supposed to be familiar with or if they're brand new. But yeah, so we see that they're probably the antagonists of this little crossover story. Then we see another page where the scientist is doing something there. He seemingly is a scientist, and it looks like, I'm not sure if April is imagining an explosion of sorts, because it looks like New York City is on fire and there's monsters or creatures that are attacking it, but it could be that that's what the scientist is explaining to April, that hey, if this happens, this is what's going to happen to New York. And of course, April being an investigator, I imagine she's going to try to do anything and everything she can to stop it from happening now that she knows what's going on. Then the next page we get to see some pretty cool art. We got Naruto with the seal on his stomach, and I'm not sure what the heck he's trying to do. It's not like Naruto really knows a crazy amount of jutsu at this point in the story. Then you got Sasuke with Orochimaru behind him, which is interesting because he hasn't left for Orochimaru yet. I think the only encounters at this particular point is from the Forest of Death during the Chunin exams that he had. So maybe they're going to be playing with Sasuke thinking about Orochimaru at this point and what leads him to leaving. Yo, it's the Ninja Turtles and April O'Neil that made Sasuke go rogue in Naruto Part 1. Let's go. And then we got two more panels of the squad with April O'Neil seemingly going on this mission. And again, I ain't mad at that art. That art looks pretty cool. And the last page we got, it seems as though there's some shinobi, or that could be the Foot Clan with Shredder. I'm not really sure, but we see some ninja at the top of these boulders and the squad is looking at them. And then we get a shot of Kurama talking to Naruto. And mind you, this is earlier Kurama, before Kurama became a nice guy, where he's probably tormenting the crap out of Naruto there for the moment at the very least. And yeah, even that art looks pretty cool. And then it ends off, we see a panel of Naruto with Kakashi, and then a full-on panel of Team 7 with April O'Neil getting ready to throw down with those ninja. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the most enthusiastic about this crossover, because again, I was like, what are you gonna really do? Ninja Turtles, Naruto? I mean, it could work, but so far it looks pretty cool. It looks like it's gonna be a fun time, and 4 comics that I would definitely like to own and really read through. And if you want to see me do a full-on review, maybe of either each issue or all 4 issues once they're out, let me know. And how you feeling in general about Naruto crossing over with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? It's a shame in these preview pages they didn't show any of the turtles. That's one of the things that is like, missed opportunity. Even if you didn't have them together, I wanted to see some of the turtles, because it's, you know, not only Naruto, it's the crossover with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But let me know your thoughts. That's all I have for this one. I'm Tim. As always, people, have an awesome day. Subscribe and hit that bell to get more. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna cry, baby. Got some feelings that I want you to know, but I can't lie, baby. I know you're not my lady, and that's okay. Be okay another day, or maybe I'm crazy.